The power of consistency. Self-improvement lessons for your daily life. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about something that can transform your life in ways you can't even imagine. The power of consistency. We all know how easy it is to get excited about a new self-improvement goal, whether it's getting fit, learning a new skill, or even improving our mindset. But the real game changer is how we show up every day. Consistency is the foundation of progress in anything you want to improve in your life. So if you've been struggling to stay on track, today's video will give you all the tools and strategies you need to harness the power of consistency for long-term self-improvement. Let's get started. 1. Why consistency is the key to self-improvement. When we think about self-improvement, we often envision huge, overnight transformations. But in reality, true progress is made in the small, consistent actions we take every single day. The reason consistency is so powerful is that it turns effort into a habit. And once something becomes a habit, it becomes a part of your lifestyle. Imagine you want to get fit. You don't need to train like an athlete for hours each day. Just showing up consistently, whether it's for a 20-minute walk, a short workout, or even stretching, over time, you'll see major changes. The compounding effect of consistency is huge. Every action you take, no matter how small, adds up and leads to lasting change. The magic happens when consistency becomes your default mode, a non-negotiable part of your day. The key here is realizing that little progress every day is far more valuable than bursts of effort followed by periods of nothing. Consistency allows you to steadily move forward, even on days when motivation isn't there. 2. Overcoming the hurdles of consistency. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Being consistent sounds great in theory, but it's tough in real life. Life gets busy, distractions pop up, and motivation can dip. So, how do you keep going when it feels hard? The first thing to recognize is that it's okay to have days when things don't go perfectly. Self-improvement isn't about being perfect every day. It's about showing up and doing your best, even when it feels hard. One of the best ways to stay consistent is by setting realistic and achievable goals. If you set goals that are too big or unrealistic, you might quickly get discouraged. Instead, break your goals down into smaller, manageable steps. For example, instead of saying, "I'll work out for an hour every day," start with a 15-minute session, and then gradually build up. Another strategy is to build consistency into your environment. Surround yourself with reminders or triggers that prompt you to take action. For example, if you want to write every day, place your notebook or laptop somewhere visible. This will make it easier for you to get started. Lastly, develop a routine. Having a daily routine helps you build momentum, and when something becomes a part of your routine, it becomes automatic. Stick to a schedule, even if it's just a rough one. Over time, consistency will start to feel like second nature. 3. How consistency builds momentum. One of the most powerful things about consistency is its ability to create momentum. Think about it. The more consistently you show up, the more results you'll see. And as you see results, you'll become more motivated to keep going. This momentum acts as a snowball, getting bigger and easier to maintain over time. For example, if you're trying to improve your reading habits, start by reading just one chapter a day. At first, it might feel like not much progress is being made. But after a few weeks, you'll be reading books faster, and you'll look back and realize just how much you accomplished. It's the same with fitness. You might not see huge changes after a week, but after a few months of consistent effort, you'll have more energy, better strength, and maybe even a few pounds lost. This progress gives you a boost of confidence, and before you know it, the habit is ingrained in your daily routine. This is why consistency is the ultimate form of self-improvement. It's a long-term investment that pays off over time. 4. The power of small actions. Many people think that self-improvement requires huge sacrifices or significant effort. But in reality, it's the small actions, done consistently, that add up to the most dramatic changes. Start by looking at any area of your life where you want to improve. What small action can you take every day that will move you closer to your goal? If you want to eat healthier, start by replacing one unhealthy snack with something more nutritious. If you want to improve your mental health, take 5 minutes every morning to meditate or practice gratitude. These small actions may seem insignificant at first, but when repeated over time, they have a massive impact. It's the compound effect of these small wins that make a difference. Remember, consistency isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. Keep showing up, even if it's just one small step forward. 5. How to stay motivated with consistency. Motivation is often fleeting, it comes and goes. But consistency doesn't rely on motivation. It relies on discipline and commitment. The best way to stay consistent, even when motivation fades, is by focusing on your why. Why do you want to improve your life? What's the deeper reason behind your goals? Whether it's getting healthier, improving your career, or becoming more confident, reconnecting with your purpose can reignite your drive. Another tip is to track your progress. Seeing how far you've come can be incredibly motivating. Whether you're journaling about your journey, keeping a fitness log, or using an app to track your goals, celebrating your progress, no matter how small, helps keep you going. And finally, don't be too hard on yourself. Some days will be better than others, and that's okay. The key is to keep going, even when it feels difficult. Consistency is about persistence, not perfection. 6. The role of accountability in maintaining consistency. One of the best ways to stay consistent is by having someone hold you accountable. Accountability helps keep you on track, especially on days when you might feel like skipping your daily tasks. This could be a friend, family member, or even an online community with similar goals. For example, if you're trying to read more books, joining a book club, or sharing your progress on social media can keep you motivated to show up every day. Accountability partners provide the external pressure that encourages you to keep going when you want to quit. It's important to find someone or something that pushes you to stay true to your goals. Whether it's checking in with a friend about your workouts or writing down your progress every week, external accountability can help you stay focused and consistent. So, don't be afraid to reach out for support or even create your own accountability system. 7. Developing a growth mindset through consistency. Consistency is closely tied to developing a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed with effort and practice. When you show up consistently, even when things are tough, you start reinforcing the idea that failure is not permanent. It's just a stepping stone on your path to improvement. By committing to regular effort, you learn that setbacks don't define you, and growth happens incrementally. This mindset shift is crucial for maintaining long-term self-improvement. If you view every challenge as an opportunity to learn and improve, your motivation to stay consistent will grow stronger. This perspective makes it easier to embrace challenges because you know that persistence and consistent effort are the keys to overcoming obstacles. The more you practice consistency, the more you cultivate a mindset focused on growth and progress, rather than perfection or avoiding failure. 8. The long-term impact of consistency on your confidence. As you remain consistent in your self-improvement efforts, you'll start noticing a powerful shift in your self-confidence. The act of consistently taking steps toward your goals, even when you don't see immediate results, builds trust in yourself. The more you show up for yourself daily, the more you reinforce the belief that you are capable of achieving your goals. Over time, you'll feel more empowered and secure in your ability to handle challenges, because you've already proven to yourself that you can consistently work toward your goals. This boosts your confidence in other areas of your life as well. Whether it's your career, relationships, or health, the confidence you build from maintaining consistency will spill over into everything you do. People who are consistent tend to be seen as reliable and dependable, both to themselves and others, which adds an extra layer of confidence. So, there you have it, why consistency is the key to lasting self-improvement, and how you can harness its power in your daily life. Remember, small, consistent actions are what will move you forward, even when motivation isn't there. Start today, no matter how small, and over time, you'll see how much you can achieve. Self-improvement isn't about sudden changes. It's about making a commitment to better yourself every day. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more tips on personal growth. And let me know in the comments, what small action can you start today to improve your life? I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay consistent and keep improving.